Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. It's Dr. Ash, or just Ashley. Today I have a nice fun tutorial featuring this look right here. I think it turned out wonderful. I'm using a new brand that I've never tried before. I love doing that, especially when the formula is great. And the formula, I'm quite impressed with it. I will say, I'm not just saying this. I did some swatches, and the brand actually asked to feature me, their swatches, my swatches rather, on their Instagram page. So I'm not just saying that just to appease them, because they were so gracious enough to post my picture on their Instagram account with my swatches. But I like these colors blend like a dream. And the brand is called XNO Cosmetics, and the palette looks like this, and this is their Frostbite palette. Now, I learned about this palette actually from Angelica Nyquist. She is a Swedish new YouTuber, and every Sunday she has this series called Going on a Wish List or Nah. So she featured this palette, and I was able to like that looks cool, you know, and I debated if I wanted to get it. I wasn't quite sure, and I decided to just bite the bullet and just go ahead and get it. I'm very happy I did. I mean, these blues, these shadows, like, I don't know what this formulation is, but I'm here for it. Let me just say, I'm here for it. It's smooth, it's creamy. The mattes are like just creamy, blended, satinish. That's the only way I can describe it. So like I said, this is the Frostbite palette right here, and it's a beautiful 9-pan palette. So the palette actually looks like this. And look at it. It is gorgeous. Like, it's right on trend with the color scheme right now, how we're doing like purples, blues, cooler tones, greens. So I think this is so appropriate. It's going into winter. It's a fun release, something different, something not the norm of that just warm brown palettes, even though I love those too, but I do like cool new additions to my palette. So it has a 9-pan palette. It's a materials made out of cardboard, and then you do have a mirror right here. I don't want to blind you. And the palette, they are cruelty free, and it has a 12-month lifespan once you open the palette. But you know, if you keep it in a cool, dry area, you should be able to use it for a lot longer. And then the brand, like I said, is cruelty free and it's recyclable. And this palette weighs, the net weight is 36 grams, and you have 9 shadows. So it is also says that it's formulated without parabens, mineral oil, and phthalates, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, and gluten. I guess you guys can tell I went to pharmacy school because I can pronounce those words, huh? And they also have a precaution on the back, making sure that you store this in a cool, dry place. So you don't want to typically keep your makeup in a bathroom, because you know you have moisture from the shower, which will make your shadows go a little older quicker. And then they also have the ingredients on the back, and it came right here with a nice little cover sleeve for the palette to fit into, and it has the same information on the back. So this palette retails for $35, and I did just check the website, which is XNO Cosmetics. I'm sorry if my lighting is fading. I'm not sure. It's getting warmer, cool. I don't know what's going on. However, right now I did just check the website. It's $25. I believe I paid $25 for it too. Like I said, I was fumbling around trying to figure out if I wanted to purchase the palette or not. And then I believe they sent me like a little online code. It was like, okay, I'll buy it. So this brand is actually out of Sedalia, Missouri. So it's right here local in the U.S. And it doesn't say where this product is made. It does not say if the product is actually made in the United States. But I will try to leave that information down below in the description box. But I did some swatches on my Instagram, but I just want to go ahead and like re-swatch these for you now. They do not have names. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to start with the first, with these 3 fingers. I'm going to go top, middle, bottom. This. And this black, oh Lord, let's not drop it. Always dropping an eyeshadow palette on my nice cream carpet. So it's black. Look at this. They swatch so nicely. So go ahead and wipe off my face. Then I want to make sure I'm not messing up the shadows anymore, so I'm going to go ahead, make sure my hands are dry, my fingers are dry. Go in this shade. Now these two, this one feels a little drier to the touch, but it applies so well, and even with a fluffy blending blush. So you'll see that in the tutorial. Now this shade seems a little light. I'll try to build it up for you again. Because this is the shade I actually have in the crease, and I have this one on my lid. And then I also have this one to deepen the look. Look how nicely that showed up. Okay, so clearly my blue went over my purple. So we're going to swatch that purple one again. That was from the middle row. I'm going to stick it right here. So it's probably a little hard to see from my lighting, but the purple does come up. And I'll insert the photo for it also. Now we're going to take the bottom row, which looks like, take the bottom row. And this one you probably can't tell as much, but this one is more purple. And somehow for 9 shades I've ended all the way at my elbow. And then here we have it. These are the swatches. I think this palette is beautiful. Like I said, it doesn't give much clues about the formula on here on the website when I was looking, but I just know like it's very impressive. So this palette is actually limited edition, so if you do want it, make sure you go head over to their website, because they said once it's gone, and they're a very smaller indie brand, so I would tend to believe them, unlike our major brands that fool us with limited edition all the time. So if you would like to see how I filmed this tutorial, please stay with me and I go into the demo, and I hope you enjoy it. I definitely enjoy creating this look. I think it's nice, bold, fun. It's different. You know, this is something you can wear out at night to the holiday seasons or during the day. I would definitely wear it out if I had somewhere to go, but I don't. So, you know, stay with me. The demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. We have the XNO Cosmetics palette here. Of course, this is the palette that's called Frostbite. I have my eyebrows filled in with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel. And then I'm using my Makeup Revolution Concealer in the shade C3 to prime my eyes. And I have it all tapped out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my Sephora Pro Crease Brush. You know, my big fluffy blending brush right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I do not know where this look is going. But I think that sometimes that's the best videos when you don't really know, when you don't plan too far in advance. So let's see how this turns out. Okay, so like I said before, I'm taking my Sephora Pro Crease Brush. And I'm going to start with this lighter shade right here. Do these shades have names? Okay, no shade names. And it wasn't like a little insert. They did have like a little plastic ring, but there's no insert for shade names. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up with this fluffy brush right here. And I'm just going to start working that into the crease. So this is going to be like a boulder look. Oh, okay. Wow. And this is with a fluffy brush, guys. So that's pretty amazing, considering that, you know, when you use a fluffy brush, like the whiter or less dense your brush is, the more the color will like go everywhere. But this laid down like a dream. And this shade is like a matte, but it's really more like a satin shade. And I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit more. Tap off the little excess so you can see the pigment on the brush. Look at that. I'm just kind of stamping how I like to do with bolder color, stamping and then lightly blending. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite blending brush, which is this MAC 224E, and I'm going to lightly blend that on the edge. Now you want to lightly blend it, because I didn't blend this shade into anything like a brown or anything like that, so you don't want it to turn muddy on you. So just lightly feather out the edges so it's not like jagged little marks right there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, and I have my Sigma. This is a small tapered blending brush. I think I'm conflicted. I'm going to go in with this brighter blue. And I know I probably want to do another look with this black, like a smoky eye. I just want to see how that glitter actually translates. So I'm going ahead. Wow. I'm just saying wow to the color because I'm like, this is gorgeous. And I'm just blending that in right there. Slightly flickering it up and blending it into the other color right there. I'm going to take a little bit down. Slightly bringing a little bit higher. So that lighter color is now there. So it's like kind of like a crossed over gradient, I guess. And then I'm going to go back with my MAC 224 brush. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that that is all nice and blended together. I think I want to do a cut crease. I think that would be nice. But I'm going to pick up this Sephora eyeshadow brush right here. I'm going to go in with this shade. Now this shade is more like a definite true satin. But I really like how these two mattes feel. Like they feel very, very good. I don't know what type of formula that is. And when I swatched these, I was like, oh, okay. Come through. Now, okay. This shade is not as dark as I thought it would be right there, but it is laying down very nice. It's just not as dark as I thought it would be. So, I'm going to wipe my brush off. And I am going to dip into this black, honey, right here. Taking that same brush, I'm going to tap off the excess. Now there is glitter in this, so it might fly. You might see it flying actually. Oh my goodness, some of the glitter is actually like on the eye, which is pretty amazing for mattes that have glitter in them. Like a lot of times they're kind of pointless sometimes. You're like, why do you have this glitter here? We can't see this. Like, what's the point? Going back with that same 224 brush, I wiped it off in my color switch, lightly blending out that edge. Where the two colors meet, I'm not covering that blue. And luckily, I'm not really taking the glitter too far up. Because, like I said, this black shade does have glitter. Kind of feathering out. This is going to be a dark look. I can tell. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the crease. I'm going to go back in with that same concealer that I used to prime my eyelids with. And I'm going to use this ABH brush. That's Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's number 18 brush. And it looks like this. It's more like a flat concealer brush. And I'm going to use that to go ahead and cut the crease. So usually when I cut the crease, you know, it's like you're making your eyelids look bigger. I like to take my brush and kind of get some off the wand right there, or the doe foot applicator. And I like to work, you know, usually one eye at a time. Sometimes, depending on the product that I'm using to cut the crease with, I will separate. But if I feel like I have a little bit too much, I'll put it in the biggest spot first before I start drawing my line. So I think it's going to be kind of like a half cut crease. We'll see how it looks in a second. And I'm going to lightly like blend that in right there to those other two shades at the end. So we're not going to take it all the way over. We're just kind of lightly patting. It's just kind of lightly patting and feathering that concealer out. And then make sure you have this line as straight as possible. And I always recommend you just follow the guide of your eyes. If you have any little fine lines right here, just make sure the concealer is pulled out. And I'm just picking up any excess right there. You don't want your shadows to be thick or start clumping up on your eyes. Okay, so this is what we should be looking like at this point in time. And see, like, that just really just opens that eye up. Now it looks like I have like a super large eyelid, but I don't. So let's see. I do want to play with this glitter turquoise shade right here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte eyeshadow brush right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start packing that color on. And I'm not going to wet it at first. Maybe I should. I'm going to wet it just because I feel like it's going to show up well, but I'm going to wet it because it's the same as that black shade and it has glitter in it. So taking my MAC Fix Plus and I'm wetting it. Right here where it meets the other color. Oh my goodness, look how foiled and pretty. And this is kind of like coloring the lines right now. Coloring in. I'm going to pick up a tiny bit more. See, this is like also why I like to watch those Will I Buy It series that are floating around. Because like you learn about so many other cool brands if you watch different creators that have maybe slightly different tastes than you. I've never even known about this palette, and this, you know, this color scheme is gorgeous. I love teals and blues and orange and purples. Well, you know, I love every color, but I love teals, purples, blues, greens, like just like how I was talking about in the Hasina 2 video. So now I am going to go in with this shade down right here, and it's like a metallic color. I wiped off my brush and I'm using that same Tarte brush. Right here. And I'm going to fill it in a little bit more. Oh my goodness, so pretty. And so it's not like a harsh line where you see just like turquoise, lavender. I'm going to kind of fade it in so it's blended in. We don't want a harsh line. A little gradual progression. And I think I want to wet the shade so we can see like what its true potential is. So now I use my MAC Fix Plus again. The shade is wet. Ooh, that does it nice. Okay. Now I'm just going to wipe that brush off again. And I'm going to dip in with this shade right here. And I'm filling that last little inner corner. And the brush is not wet. But now I think I am going to wet it. Ooh, okay, that is nice. So like makeup is a process. I'm not so satisfied like how this outer V is looking. I like how the lid in this little crease area is looking, but I want to tighten that up. So don't be alarmed if you make mistakes. You can always go back and tighten stuff up. So I have that Sephora shader brush again, and right now I'm just seeing if I could just kind of fill in a couple of the spots. I'm taking the same color, going back in with that black. I'm going to tap off some of the excess, and I'll be truly curious to see how this black acts as wet. So let's see. Wet it with the Fix Plus again. Oh my. It really intensifies it, like seriously. It's kind of like a satin shade. And I'm bringing that up a little bit further into the crease. I don't think the black sparkles, they stay, but they don't stay like how the turquoise ones do. Now we got to go back and blend because we can't be looking crazy in these streets, okay? Y'all ever see people who just don't blend their shadow? You be like, really? You got like blocks of lines. You like, sometimes it might be a little mean. I don't know. I don't mean to be mean, but it just might be a little mean. I just want to be like this. Like, can we just get a blender brush? Just hit it. Just hit it. I know I'm not the only person who's ever thought that. It's not super mean, but you just want to be like, oh, can we just pull you to the side? Can we blend that out, sis? Okay. So I thought since it's so kind of not too muddy up here, but it is just a tiny. I'm gonna give that shade just a little something to blend into. So I went in. I got my Afrique palette by Juvia's Place. You know, it looks like this. And I'm gonna go in. You could take any shade that you have that's like kind of brown. I'm just gonna give my my first transition color a little something to melt into. So I'm gonna go ahead with this shade Kissy on the same 224 brush, and I'm gonna tap it off. And I'm just gonna lightly put it all the way up here. Just so the eye look could be a little bit sharper. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that Sigma brush that I had. I'm going to go in with that that blue from the Frostbite palette. So I have on my brush here, which is this blue right here. And I'm going to just kind of re-intensify that around the cut crease with just the corner of the brush. So now you see how much sharper that looks. Lightly. Just on the side. Don't turn the brush like full flat because it's kind of pointed brush. Just use the side. Okay. So now, like, you might be looking at the look, and I'm even kind of looking at it in myself, and I'm like, oh. Like, I like how it looks, but I feel like it looks just a tiny bit sloppy. So anytime you feel that way, you'll be surprised. By the time you just clean up, because I have shadow going down to here, it really helps the look. So I'm literally going to take this makeup wipe and look up. And I'm going to kind of like draw a line. Now my eye looks lifted. Look at that pull it just gave me. Look at that. Really helps the cause. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I got the other eye going. I did add my wing liner, and for my wing liner, I used the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And I have on these lashes. They're by Kiss. They're called Ritzy lashes. I love them. They're so easy to put on, the Kiss lashes in general. So if you have trouble trying to put on your lashes, get the Kiss lashes. I like them. They're super light, nice. I mean, I like a dramatic lash, but I have to be careful. My eye is a little small. I want to cover up my work here. I really like how this look pulled together. So let's go ahead and let's finish up. In that inner water rim, I have my Sigma pencil on in Wicked. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to work backwards. So I have my little Juvia's Place pencil brush right here. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up this little frosty icy shade, and I'm going to trace it. Okay, I should wet it so it won't be everywhere. So make sure you do your face makeup first. Do your eye makeup first. Do your eye makeup first. That's what I meant to say. So I'm going to put a little right there. Pick up just a tiny bit more. This is a bold look. I'm loving these colors. I don't know what type of formula this is, but I'm here for it. I am going to pick up this turquoise shade, and this is the one that had the glitter in it that we have like right here. And I'm gonna, my brush is still a little wet, but I'm gonna give it a good little coating. This has the sparkles in it as well. Just gonna apply that to the bottom. Like such. Same pencil brush. I'm not taking it down too low. You can take it down lower if you like. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. So pretty. Look at that. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black towards the edge. These shadows they just layer so well. I don't know. It's like the mattes are not like mattes. I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Taking, I need some bottom lash. Okay, so I need some bottom mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and take this MAC Bold and Bad Lash. It actually has like a little cute wand for the bottom lash. Look. It's little. It's little. So I can grab my little lashes. They're at the bottom. And try not to make a funny face for you guys. Okay, so now I do have a little bit of highlighter on, but I want to just kind of take it over the top. I mean, we're already frostbit, so let's go to this wonderful chill out zone that Rihanna created. And I'm going to take this purplish one. This is called Scandalize. Just a little tops of the cheek. Very, very lightly. And I have a ColourPop fan brush right here. I'm going to pick up just a tiny bit. I'm going to knock them off because you know this shit is glittering. Right here. The tops of my cheek. It gives a little extra And that is it. I am done. I hope you enjoyed it. This look came out great. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope you did enjoy it. I really love working with this new product today. It's so much fun to test new products. Let me know down in the bottom how you like this look and how I created it. And just let me leave a comment. And then hit the big thumbs up, please. And subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm coming out with new videos, which is all the time. Right now, my upload schedule is about Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, that's until further ado. But hopefully that does not have to change. So, thank you for tuning in. And you know, I gotta dance. Bye, YouTube.